The National Chamber of Commerce was founded on April 22, 1912, after President William Howard Taft assembled 700 delegates from businesses, chambers, and associations throughout the country. Harry A. Wheeler was elected the Chamber's first president, and it quickly gained members, reaching 13,106 in 1920. Later on that year, the Chamber played a very important role in passing the Transportation Act, which gave control of America's railroads back to the private owners. This was the first of many acts that helped pass to give business owners more rights. But not only were the members of the Chamber rising, between 1912 to 1922, their staff also rose from a mere 4 members to a whopping 300. In 1942, in the midst of World War II, U.S. defense and war agencies relied on the National Chamber of Commerce for advice and assistance in recruiting soldiers, building local support, and various other wartime needs. In 1951, the Chamber was accorded consultative status by the United Nations, and its international division was finally birthed. On May 2, 1960, President Eisenhower personally paid high tribute to them at their 18th annual meeting. In 1974, the Chamber launched a program called Economics for Young Americans, whose purpose was to teach the youth the importance of preserving and advancing the free enterprise system. Even President Reagan supported the Chamber's values. On July 18, 1984, he signed the Small Business and Federal Government Competition Enhancement Act, which solidified more opportunities for small businesses. Then, in order to solve the national liability crisis, the Chamber launched a massive membership grassroots campaign in January of 1986. In 1997, the National Chamber of Commerce elected Thomas J. Donahue as chief executive, who expanded its lobbying team. This was the first step in making the Chamber the capital's most powerful lobbying organization. Being an ally of Big Tobacco, Donahue tried to persuade the Irish Prime Minister to reject Irish anti-smoking legislation that would require tobacco companies to sell cigarettes with images of diseased lungs or cancer patients on the packages. This was just last year in 2014. Since taking over, he has turned the Chamber into a large advocacy group for the tobacco industry, though it does not represent a variety of other industries. But the current agenda for the Chamber is to elect more establishment Republicans to become more moderate, which will help strengthen their arguments. In order to do so, they are willing to do whatever it takes to bring down the Tea Party, an extremely far right-winged movement. The National Chamber of Commerce is currently the top spending interest group, having spent approximately $42,870,000 in 2015, with the second highest, the American Medical Association, spending only $19,500,000. These hefty spending habits aren't looking as though they will lighten up anytime soon. Year after year, the National Chamber of Commerce has grabbed the top spending title. In the future, we can plan to see the Chamber spending significantly more than any of its competitors, and probably spending it towards taking down the Tea Party and other conservative extremists.